Right now, a football coach from Hall County is in jail accused of taking inappropriate videos of teenage girls. And according to investigators, he recorded them on school grounds. Atlanta News First reporter Mary Kate Hamilton reports from the Hall County Jail with the school's reaction.
The school says this has been heartbreaking and devastating, but they also say that they're proud that a student spoke up. And this afternoon, that former teacher and coach still behind bars here at the Hall County Jail. 52-year-old coach and teacher Joel Lulinski was arrested yesterday after a more than 2-week-long investigation. Police say Lulinski now faces 27 separate felony counts, accused of using or installing a device to film underneath or through an individual's clothing. In plain terms, investigators say he used his cell phone to record inappropriate photos and videos of young victims. According to the sheriff's office, all of the victims were girls under the age of 16. Right now, Lulinski is behind bars on a $165,000 bond. Investigators say they began their work on April 2nd when a victim reported concerns to a school official. Lulinski was the school's head varsity football coach, a coach who led the program to 2 state titles. But today, the school is making one thing clear: he is a former employee. In a statement, Lanier Christian Schools said, quote, "As a school family, we are shocked and grieved by these events. We realize there will be questions and concerns, and we want to address them promptly and with care," end quote. To that effect, the school adds that counselors will be available to any students, parents, or staff members who need it. And they also add that they are fully cooperating with Hall County's investigation. For now, reporting from the Hall County Jail, Mary Kate Hamilton, Atlanta News First.